Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. You need a translator. You need a translator. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितानेन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम् हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधाकांत नमस्ते सप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः हरिर्नाम हरिर्नामैव केवलम् Kalo nasteva 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 gatirannha. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Krishne Namaha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Parshadure Shakarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Just standing. Yeah. Anything could be done. So that you could. There's some spaces here on the stage. Oh wow. I'll speak a little. I don't know what I'm going to talk about. But, no one gave me the topic. But besides whatever I would be talking, idea was to show one documentary, ISKCON 50th anniversary documentary to you.
Kromě toho, že něco budu říkat, taky bychom chtěli ukázat film, dokumentární film o 50.
Well, I see projector here.
Máme tady promítačku.
Arrivo. Is it going to work? Yeah, projector there, but you have tried? Are they understanding? Projector works, right? Not now, but I want to know whether it works. It works. You just need a screen, right? You don't have a... Yeah, we could maybe move this photograph later on. Is that later on? It's possible to take it, it can be removed, right? I mean, and then let it turn the lights off, of course. Yeah, it's a short, maybe I think 20 minutes or so documentary. You would like to see?
Yes.
Not interested? No?
Yes.
Yes, no? No, yes? Okay. So please stay for the documentary. And then what? Anything to eat? They will get to eat, or is that the part of the program? Yeah? Here there will be some snacks, something. Yeah, so that's going to be a very sweet program. That is at the end. That is at the end. Okay, so
by 8.
Oh, we have a limit also. This lady is in charge.
I'm ready. No problem. No, I'm young.
Okay. All right. All right. So, Hare Krishna. So, we're happy to see full house.
Máme radost, když vidět takhle plnou místnost.
House full of souls. Everybody has one body, one soul. Right? So many souls have gathered here today. Can't hear? Yes?
Shromáždilo se tady dnes mnoho duší.
Every time you'll have to do that. I was seeing the setting here, I was reminded of how Hare Krishna movement started in New York 50 years ago.
Když jsem to tady viděl, jak to byla připravená scéna, tak mě to připomnělo začátky ISKCONu před 50 lety v New Yorku.
Started in a storefront.
Obchůdku.
Storefront, that's your translation. And it was just half of this hall, divided into half. Only half of that was with Srila Prabhupada. He had rented that storefront.
Ten obchůdek byl asi poloviční velikosti oproti tady té místnosti, kde tady Srila Prabhupada pronajmul.
And Srila Prabhupada, as we did kirtan today on the streets of Prague.
Jako dnes jsme dělali kirtan na pražských ulicích.
And we were also extending invitation for some guests, please come to our Govindas, please come to one of our ISKCON centers.
Jsme rozdávali pozvánky, přijďte hosti tady k nám do Govindy nebo do středisek ISKCONu.
So 51 years ago, Prabhupada was kind of doing the similar thing in New York.
No, před 50 nebo 51 lety Srila Prabhupada dělal něco podobného v New Yorku.
Now he was by himself, as you know.
Byl sám.
And he would sit on the footpath.
On se posadil na chodník nebo na cestičku někde.
Yeah, literally sit on the footpath.
Doslova si sednul na nějaký ten chodník.
And chant with kartal. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. It's Jamuna's tune, huh? Or it sounds like a Jamuna. Prabhupada would sing.
Zní jako když zpívala Jamuna.
There was no one to accompany Srila Prabhupada. No one was accompanying him.
Srila Prabhupada nikdo nedoprovázel.
No one to play drum with him.
Kdo mu nehrál na buben.
no one to sing in chorus singing with him, no one was.
Nikdo mu nespíval sbory.
Prabhupada had no microphone or hand mic either.
Prabhupada neměl žádný mikrofon.
Just by himself.
Jenom byl sám.
And people passing by.
Lidi procházeli okolo.
But as we were chanting and some people were gathering around.
Stejně jako my, když jsme zpívali, tak se občas lidi skupili kolem.
So similar thing would happen in New York also.
Tak něco takového se dělo i v New Yorku.
They had not seen anyone like this old person.
Ale do té doby nikoho takového, jako byl tenhle jeden starý pán, neviděli.
With shaved head.
S oholenou hlavou.
He had a paint on his face.
A měl něco namalovaného na obličeji.
They call him paint, is a painting, tilak is painting.
To je malůvka, ten tilak.
And they were thinking he's wearing bed sheets.
A oni si mysleli, že je oblečený do prostěradla.
Dhoti is a bed sheet.
Dhoti, to jsou taková prostěradla.
Strange looking.
Což vypadá to zvláštně.
The ponytail in the back.
Ocásek vzadu.
Little bit. And chanting some strange mantra, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Zpívající nějakou zvláštní podivnou mantru Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
But it was very powerful. Maha mantra was very powerful.
Ale Maha mantra měla velkou sílu.
And Prabhupada also was powerful.
Prabhupada taky měl sílu.
Looking out of the place, that was strange looking. So that was getting attention of people, his looks, and then powerful mantra that he was chanting.
Vypadalo zvláštně, jako že tam vůbec nepatří a lidi to přitahovalo, jak mocný zjev a teď to zpívání Mahamantry.
And then, as we were also addressing the assembled people around us, around Kirtan party, Prabhupada also would stop in the middle and address them, talk.
Stejně jako my jsme oslovovali skupinky, když se kolem nás během harinámu shromáždili, tak Prabhupada taky občas přestal zpívat a něco jim řekl.
Yeah, sometimes he would show them photograph of Radha and Krishna. Any photograph, Radha Krishna, I show the Krishna here. Who is this here? I don't see. Ah? Gopi Krishna. Okay, so consider Gopi as Radha. So showing Radha Krishna photo.
Občas Prabhupada ukazoval obrázky Radhy a Krishny, tady máme.
And he would say, this is Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead.
Říkal, tohle je Krishna, nejvyšší osobnost božství.
Then people would ask, if that is God,
Lidi se ptali, jestli tohle je Bůh.
What is that girl doing there?
Co tam dělá ta dívka?
Is God okay, but what is that girl what business he has got to do standing next to him?
Bůh, ale co tam má, co stát vedle něj dívka nějaká?
Of course they did not know that was Radha.
Takže oni nevěděli, že to je Radha.
In India they know.
V Indii to lidi vědí.
Little babies know.
Už malé děti to vědí.
If this is Krishna, next to him must be Radha.
Jestli tohle je Krishna, tak vedle něj to musí být Radha.
If this is Ram, next to him must be Sita.
Jestli to je Rama, vedle něj musí být Sita.
And if this is Narayan, next to him must be Lakshmana. You all know?
To taky všichni víte.
So they were so ignorant. They were asking these questions. And then Prabhupada would extend invitation. He was conducting twice a week, 2 times in a week program at this store front.
Dvakrát týdně pořádal program v tom obchůdku.
And he was gradually getting good response.
No a postupně získával příznivé odezvy.
So his Harinam, one-person Harinam party, just himself. That was promoting his storefront, and he was extending invitations for them to come.
Takže tahle ta harinámová skupina, kterou tvořil jenom on sám, tak propagovala ten obchůdek a rozdávala pozvánky.
And Prabhupada was gradually getting full house.
No a postupně Prabhupada získával tu místnost plnou.
Before the program, Srila Prabhupada would, this all recorded in Prabhupada Lilamrita also.
Tohle je všechno zapsané v Prabhupada Lilamritě.
Like today, after when we are finished, there's something to eat for all of you.
Jako dneska, když skončíme, tak všichni dostanete taky něco k jídlu.
Spiritual program is incomplete without prasad distribution.
Bez rozdávání prasádam je duchovní program neúplný.
So Srila Prabhupada used to cook
Prabhupada sám vařil.
personally and offer that to his deity.
Obětoval to svým božstvům.
Keep prasadam ready before the program.
Takhle připravil prasádam, aby už bylo hotové před programem.
Then he would come down. He had a place where he stayed on the first floor in the back, in the same building.
Měl ve stejném komplexu tam byt vzadu na patře, tak z toho vždycky přišel.
22nd Avenue, as it is known, that's the address, 22nd Avenue.
Ta adresa je číslo 26 na 2. Avenue.
Storefront,
Obchůdek.
matchless gift.
Nedocenitelné dárky.
Yeah, anyone here has seen that place?
Někdo z vás tam byl?
I have seen.
Já jsem tam byl.
It exists. I have seen many times.
Jako mnohokrát jsem to viděl, existuje to skutečně.
In fact, the very first day I went to New York in 1978, first time I flew outside India, landed in New York.
Poprvé vyletěl z Indie v roce 1978 a přistál jsem v New Yorku.
And next day, we were given a tour of visiting places of Prabhupada pastimes in New York.
No, další den jsme měli turné po místech, která navštívil šla Prabhupada, když pobýval v New Yorku.
The Bowery, where Prabhupada was staying, and so many things happened. The Chinatown, and the Riverside, and the Yogi, where like there are many places we were. And so one of those places was this storefront that we visited.
Čínské město, potom ashram jogínov, kterého Prabhupada pobýval, všechno ta místa na břehu řeky a nakonec i ten obchůdek.
And there was a sign called Matchless Gift.
Tam byl nápis nedocenitelné dárky.
So his followers one time noticed, Swamiji, they said, there's one sign up there. Should we take that down?
Jednou říkali, žáci šli Prabhupadovi, tam máme takovýhle nadpis, neměli jsme to sundat.
The previous shopkeeper, he shifted his shop, but he left the sign behind, the signboard.
Ten prodavač, který byl v tom obchůdku předtím, tak se přestěhoval jinam, ale ten nápis tam nechal.
So when his followers said, the sign up there, Swamiji, the sign up there. Should we take it down?
Swamiji, tam je ten nadpis, máme to sundat.
So what does it say? Prabhupada asked. What does the sign say?
Prabhupada říkala, co je tam napsané?
They said it says matchless gift.
Říkali, no, nedocenitelné dárky.
Prabhupada said, don't take sign down.
Prabhupada říkal, tak tohle nesundávejte.
Because what I'm giving out here, Krishna consciousness, is a matchless gift.
To je, co já tady vydávám, vědomí Krishny, tak to je nedocenitelný dárek.
Then that place has since then become known as matchless gift.
Že tomu místu se od těch dob pořád říká nedocenitelný dárek.
And that was the very first location, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. It was not international. When it was not international, It was not even national, it wasn't even regional, it was just local. Just that storefront. And Prabhupada, he became founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Started there at that Matchless Gift shop place.
To bylo první místo, první sídlo mezinárodní společnosti pro vědomí Krišny. To nebyla ani mezinárodní, ani národní, ani regionální, ale jenom místní společnost. Prabhupada tam založil mezinárodní společnost.
And maybe soon then he started the first temple, Radha Govind Temple, ISKCON's Radha Govind Temple, New York.
Potom taky založil první chrám ISKCONu, chrám Radha Govindu v New Yorku.
But everything started even before Radha Govind Mandir was a Matchless Gift shop.
Předtím, než byl Radha Govinda Mandir, tak to byl jenom nedocenitelný dárek.
So when the house full of his guests, mostly young boys and girls with their girlfriends would come, girls and boys and girlfriends.
Takže byl plný dům jeho většinou mladých hostů, což byli chlapci se svými dívkami, nebo dívky samotné se svými chlapci.
With their long hair and
s dlouhými vlasy.
So, bottles, drinking wine bottles sometimes.
S nimi láhvemi někdy ještě pili víno přitom.
Anyone here has come with? No.
Tady máte něco?
They would come with their shoes and very smelly people.
Přicházeli tam v botách a celá zapáchali.
Because a lot of times they don't take bath.
Protože oni se moc nekoupali.
Too cold to take bath.
A to bylo moc zima na nějaké koupání.
It begins smelling, then they throw powder, so that doesn't smell.
Takže když příliš zapáchali, tak se nějak popudrovali, aby to nezapáchalo tolik.
But Prabhupada was very, very kind.
Prabhupada byl velice laskavý.
And he would give his talk, Krishna conscious philosophy talk.
No a promlouval tam o filozofii, o vědomí Krišny.
And he would make them stand up
A řekl jim vždycky, aby se postavili
for kirtan
na kirtan,
and dance.
tancovali.
Then he taught them the dance.
Naučil ten
Stand
tanec.
up, stand up. So raise your arms.
Zvedni ruce.
And then, yeah, okay, good. Very good. So Prabhupada was teaching them dance, dancing school at all.
Prabhupada je učil tancovat, tam měl taneční.
So the name of that dance became Swami step.
Tanci se začalo říkat Swamiho krok.
Yeah, they were calling this dance is called Swami step.
No to je tanec, který se jmenuje Swamiho
Swami
krok.
taught us how to take these steps. And that, okay, thank you.
Swami nás naučil tyhle kroky.
And that dance is famous today.
Ten tanec je slavný dodnes.
You all dance like that?
Tancujete všichni takhle?
Swami step. At least it begins with Swami step
Tím to začíná.
before crazy steps.
Začnou divoké kroky.
Then Prabhupada would make them sit down
No a potom
in rows.
řekl Prabhupada, ať se posadí do řad.
And it was very hard for them to sit down on the floor with their, pants and what kind of pants they call? Jeans.
To pro ně bylo těžké takhle ve svých džínách sedět na podlaze.
Sometimes they're torn or holes in it.
Někdy je měli roztrhané.
Yeah, some person, he was with the jeans with the holes.
It's a new fashion nowadays.
And I asked that person, that one person.
Tak já jsem se ptal, když jsem viděl jednoho taky s roztrhanýma džínama, tak jsem se zeptal.
I said, there's so many holes, why don't you get new pants?
Tam máte tolik děr, proč si nepořídíte nové kalhoty?
He said, I just bought it.
Já jsem si to právě koupil.
It's a brand new with holes. So, now sitting cross-legged, Padmasana was a little hard.
Sedět se skříženýma nohama v Padmasanu bylo pro ně těžké.
But gradually they were managing.
Postupně se to naučili.
And everyone would just sit and no one to serve except Swamiji.
Všichni seděli a nebylo, kdo by sloužil kromě Swamiji.
He had to personally serve. And he was very happy to do so also, was serving.
Že on jim osobně nadával a dělal to velice rád.
He was 70 years by that time.
V té době mu bylo 70 let.
70 years old person, cooking for some 150 people before the program, then the conducting program, and then serving them.
70letý pán navařil 150 porcí před programem, potom vedl program a potom sloužil.
Nice preparations they would enjoy.
To různé dobré chody, které jim chutnaly.
Prabhupada was very good cook.
Prabhupada byl výborný kuchař.
So, some items they had never relished, the halwa and
Něco z toho nikdy předtím neměli, jako halvu třeba.
some new, of course. And gradually the milk, from the milk you make a ball. No, that gulab jamun is different. Simply wonderful. Or sandesh. Huh? One time, this was after, later on some devotees learned how to cook sweets. So then they offered that sandesh white from milk powder, sweet.
Laddu?
Not laddu. It's called sandesh. Gulab jamun is different. So Prabhupada, he took it and then he was asked, how was it, Prabhupada?
Udělali teda tu sladkou kuličku, dali Prabhupádovi, on ji ochutnal a tak se ptali, jaké to bylo, Prabhupádo.
Prabhupada said, simply wonderful.
Jednoduše úžasné.
And that sweet got the name, simply wonderful.
Ta sladkost dostala tohleto jméno, jednoduše úžasné.
And then there's also another sweet in ISKCON, it's called ISKCON Bullet. The same one or different? There's gulab jamun.
Se jiné sladkosti, to byly gulab jamuny, tam se začalo říkat iskonské kulky.
You have tasted gulab jamun? So they became known as ISKCON bullets.
Iskonské patrony.
So it's any demon hiding inside you,
Jestli tady nějaký démon se ve vás skrývá,
you eat that ISKCON bullet, or someone shoots ISKCON bullet.
Jestli ty iskonské patrony, nebo to do vás někdo může vystřílet,
Then demon is finished.
S démonem bude konec.
Yeah, ISKCON is like an army sometimes, we talk of. Or temples have temple commander.
Se o ISKCONu mluví jako o armádě, kde jsou chrámoví velitelé.
We say ISKCON is like Prabhupada is like a captain of the boat.
Prabhupada je kapitán na lodi.
Or in charge Sankirtan, what they call Sankirtan army. What? That is English word. In charge of the Sankirtan army, Prabhupada was. General is another word also. General. Come on, no, temple. And then the bombs also. There are bombs.
Prabhupada jako generál Sankirtanové armády a taky jsou tady, máme bomby.
What were the bombs? What still are the bombs? Books are the. What kind of bomb? Time bomb.
Ty bomby to jsou knížky a jaké bomby jsou časované bomby.
It explodes. In due course of time it explodes.
Časem vybuchnou.
But doesn't destroy. It's a, yeah,
Ale nemá ničivé účinky.
it's a different kind of bomb.
Jiný druh bomby.
Yeah, see, it destroys the suffering.
Která ničí utrpení.
And there are nice developments in one's life with that time bomb as he reads Gita and Bhagavad and other scriptures.
A ta bomba má příznivé účinky v životě člověka, který ji čte, jako je Bhagavatam a další písma.
It reaches wherever there is a bad habit hiding, tendencies.
Dostává se ke skrytým zlozvykům a špatným sklonům.
Destructive mentality and
Destruktivní mentalitě.
enjoying spirit. I mean, the mundane enjoying spirit.
A ke světskému, poživatelskému duchu.
Hare Krishna movement is not making people suffering society, suffering people. No, that's not the idea.
Hare Krishna není o to, aby z lidí dělalo trpící společnost.
So in early days, Prabhupada. Okay, then after the meal was over, back to that matchless gift shop.
Když se vrátíme do toho obchůdku nedocenitelných dárků, tak když se dojedlo,
When they all had nice prasad.
všichni si pochutnali na výborném prasádu.
Thank you, Swamiji.
Děkujeme, Swamiji.
Bye.
Naschle.
Or something. They would all go.
Všichni odešli.
And all cleaning, who would do?
Kdo to tam všechno uklidil?
Swamiji had to do all the cleaning of the place, the plate, the kitchen. It's just one man show, single-handedly he was doing all this.
Swamiji musel umýt všechno nádobí a všechno vytřít a uklidit kuchyň. To bylo představení jednoho člověka.
So he took a lot of trouble, so much inconvenience.
Procházel tolik těžkostí, si na sebe vzal.
To establish this Hare Krishna movement.
Aby založil tohle hnutí Hare Krishna.
At the age of 70 with $5 in the pocket.
Ve věku 70 let s $5 v kapse.
When he arrived with the boat, Jaldut boat, and then he disembarked.
Přijel na té lodi a vystoupil na břeh.
There was no one to greet him.
Tak ho tam nikdo nevítal.
So he wrote in the diary, he did not know whether to turn right, turn left, where to go. In a big city, New York, $5 in the pocket. 70-year-old.
Napsal si do deníku, že nevěděl, jestli se má otočit doprava nebo doleva, kam má jít ve velkém městě sám v 70 lety z $5.
No greeting, no garlanding.
Nikdo ho nevítal, žádné girlandy nedostal.
No hotel booking.
Žádné hotelové rezervace neměl.
No taxi service.
Žádné taxi přistavené.
I think later on someone came. Later on one person came. Someone who had sponsored Prabhupada. So visa.
Později přišel jeden člověk, který sponzoroval Prabhupádovou víza.
So we are celebrating 50th anniversary of ISKCON this year.
Že letos oslavujeme 50. výročí ISKCON.
And so we should remember, never forget. Hari Hari. Oh, now Hari. Hari, you're sounding better. No, sorry, thank you. Hari. No, now he stopped. Hare Krishna. Do something. Hari. Okay, whatever. So, Prabhupada ki. So we should be grateful to this sage.
Bychom měli být vděční tady tomu mudrci.
This Senapati Bhakta. Senapati Bhakta.
Senapati Bhakta.
Commander-in-Chief, okay, that's the term. Commander-in-Chief of Sankirtan army.
Hlavní velitel Sankirtanové armády.
So he had boarded the boat, Prabhupada's life was so much struggle, so many odds, so many difficulties.
Nastoupil na loď a už předtím měl po celý život mnoho těžkostí a problémů.
He was on the way to New York and seasickness and dizziness and headaches, and he was going through all this.
No, teď se plavil do New Yorku a dostal mořskou nemoc a točila se mu hlava, bylo mu špatně.
He had heart attack.
Srdeční záchvat.
One.
První.
Heart attack. Number 2.
Ten druhý srdeční záchvat.
And he was thinking, he was keeping diary called Jaldud diary.
Si psal deník na té lodí Jalabitě.
When there was second heart attack, he was thinking, this is it, I'm not going to make it.
Když dostal druhý srdeční záchvat, tak říkal, no, tak si napsal, tak to už je konec, to už asi dál se mi nic nepodaří.
Then he was praying to the Lord.
Tak se modlil k Pánu.
That he could reach the shores, or because he was instructed by his spiritual master to propagate Krishna consciousness in the Western world in English language.
Se dostal na pevninu, protože jeho duchovní učitel mu dal pokyn, aby šířil vědomí Krišny v západních jazycích.
Instruction was given in 1922.
Pokyn dostal v roce 1922.
So some 40 years, he was lifetime in preparation. He was preparing 40 years to go to the West and follow the instruction of his spiritual master.
40 let se na to připravoval, aby odjel na západ a naplnil pokyn svého duchovního učitele.
So he was on the way to America, and then all these health issues and the heart attacks, and so he was praying to the Lord.
Do Ameriky a teď měl všechny ty zdravotní problémy a srdeční záchvaty, tak se modlil.
And Prabhupada writes that he experienced, or he dreamt, that Krishna has appeared and taken charge of the boat. You know, the boatsman in India.
Potom si napsal, že se mu ve snu Krishna zjevil a sám se té lodi ujal a začal tam pádlovat.
Lord personally was rowing the boat.
Sám Krishna takhle poháněl tu loď.
And then the journey was smooth through the Atlantic Ocean.
No, najednou se moře uklidnilo a byla to klidná cesta přes Atlantický oceán.
The captain Pandey of the boat, Captain Pandey, he also said, Swamiji, I never had experienced such a smooth sailing.
Ten kapitán Pandey mu
The
říkal,
latter half of the journey was very smooth.
Swamiji, takhle klidnou plavbu jsem ještě neměl, ta druhá polovina byla úplně klidná.
After the prayers, Krishna took charge of the boat, and then the journey was happy journey, smooth journey.
Po těch modlitbách se Krishna ujal té lodi a celá plavba byla klidná.
And then they reached Boston,
Potom přistáli v Bostonu.
and the captain said, Swamiji, chaliye, I'll show you this city, Boston.
Kapitán říká, Swamiji, pojďte, já vám ukážu tady to město Boston.
So both of them were on the streets of Boston.
Oba vyšli do ulic Bostonu.
And people were, they were running back and forth, and they were so fast and swift. No one was stopping and talking. I don't know.
Lidi tam běhali jenom sem tam a nikdo se ani nezastavil a nepopovídal si.
It's called rat race.
Jsou krysí závody.
You heard that term?
Jste slyšeli ten pojem.
You have seen the rats.
Viděli jste krysy?
They run from one hole to another hole.
Běží z jedné díry do druhé.
They dig hole and they stay inside the hole.
Vyhrabou díry a potom tam žijí uvnitř v těch norách.
Then sometimes they have third hole,
Někdy mají třetí díl,
third house, a fourth house, fifth apartment. So they go from one apartment to another, to another, to another.
čtvrtý, pátý byt a tak přebíhají z jednoho do druhého a do dalšího.
And then they're so fast
A jsou tak rychle,
moving, and they don't stop.
se ani nezastaví, jenom přeběhnou.
If you try to shake hand with a rat,
Zkusíte podat ruku s krysou, s myškou.
Mr. Rat,
Pane potkane,
would rat ever stop and shake hand with you?
myslíte, že se zastaví a potřesou si s váma rukou?
What would rat do?
Co by udělali?
Would just take a diversion and run.
Jenom se otočí a utečou.
It's called rat race.
To jsou krysí závody.
So they were like that. So Prabhupada was wondering, oh, I'm finally here. I'm supposed to be preaching to Western people. But if they don't stop, how am I going to preach to them?
Prabhupada si říkal, tak už jsem tady a měl bych kázat tady těm západním lidem, ale jak to budu dělat, když oni se ani nezastaví.
So Prabhupada was back in the boat, Jaldut boat.
A potom Prabhupada se nastoupil zpátky na tu loď Jaladutu.
And then last leg of the journey from Boston to New York,
Ještě čekala poslední plavba z Bostonu do New Yorku.
the final leg, the short trip.
Poslední krátká etapa.
And Prabhupada sat down and he wrote a poem.
Prabhupada sednul a napsal báseň.
And it's full of prayers, praying to the Lord.
Měl modliteb, že se modlil k Pánu.
Na chao Prabhu, na chao sahi mate. Ami to kasthera putali, na chao Prabhu, na chao sahi mate. So I'm just a puppet, wooden doll, puppet in your hands.
Já jsem, Pane, jenom dřevěná loutka ve tvých rukách.
You make me dance as you feel.
Mě roztancuj mě tak, jak chceš.
You make me dance or you make me talk. And you take my charge and you use me the way you feel fit.
používej nějak chceš, jako abych tancoval a mluvil tak, jak ty budeš chtít.
I'm incompetent. That's like a mood. On my own, I'm incompetent.
Já sám o sobě jsem úplně nezpůsobilý.
But you work through me.
Ale ty pracují jednej skrze mě.
So with all humility, Prabhupada was offering prayer, and that very famous prayer from Markinam Bhagavat.
Se vší pokorou Prabhupada napsal tuhle slavnou báseň Markinam Bhagavat.
And then Prabhupada finally reached New York, and he was distributing books also personally.
Se nakonec Prabhupada dostal do New Yorku a osobně taky rozdával knížky.
Distributing prasadam, of course.
Samozřejmě prasádem.
And then those who were followers were coming, some of them were now regular.
Přicházeli následovníci, někteří už začali chodit pravidelně.
So one day he gathered them together.
Tak jednoho dne je shromáždil.
And he's saying, if you are ready to follow 4 regulative principles, you could join me, we could together start institution or start preaching.
Jestli dokážete dodržovat 4 usměrňující zásady, tak se můžete ke mně přidat a společně můžeme kázat.
For the first time, Prabhupada, in a formal way, talked about the 4 regulative principles. 1, 2, 3.
Jednou takhle šla Prabhupada poprvé, začal mluvit o usměrňujících zásadách.
Oh, what are those principles, Swamiji?
Co je to za zásady, Swamiji?
Prabhupada said, no meat eating,
Prabhupada říkal,
no intoxication,
nejíst maso, nepoužívat
no illicit sex,
nedovolený sex,
no gambling.
nehazardovat.
Are you ready?
Jste připraveni?
Swamiji asked.
Swamiji se ptal.
And all hands went up.
Ruce šly nahoru.
It was unanimous.
Jednohlasně.
All in favor of following 4 regulative principles.
Všichni byli pro to dodržování 4 zásad.
It was like a history in the Western world.
To je poprvé v historii západního světa.
Nothing of this sort had ever happened.
Nikdy nic takového se předtím nestalo.
Like sometimes as we go out on Harinam. And devotees say, please come to Hare Krishna temple, Hare Krishna movement. Come or join and be happy.
Na Harinám a oddaní zvou lidi, přijďte do chrámu a přidejte se k hnutí Hare Krishna, buďte šťastní.
But then the announcer, devotee on the microphone, he also says, we follow 4 regulative principles.
Potom ten oddaný, který mluví do mikrofonu, řekne, my dodržujeme 4 zásady.
No meat eating.
Nejíst maso.
And be happy.
A buďte šťastní.
They say, come and be happy. Come to Hare Krishna temple.
Přijďte do chrámu Hare Krishna a buďte šťastní.
But no meat eating. And how could you be happy without meat eating?
Nejste maso, jak můžete být šťastní, když nebudete jíst maso?
Come to Hare Krishna and be happy, but no intoxication.
Přijďte do Hare Krishna, buďte šťastní, ale bez omamných látek.
Forget it. How could you be happy without intoxication?
Na to zapomeňte, jak by člověk mohl být šťastný bez omamných látek.
And no illicit sex and be happy?
Žádný nedovolený sex a být šťastný.
Yeah, one devotee, he wrote a book called Joy of No Sex.
Jeden oddaný napsal takovou knížku Radost bez sexu.
There's some kind of joy of sex, but there is so much joy, enjoyment of no sex, so much joy. He wrote a book.
V sexu je nějaká radost, ale bez sexu je ještě mnohem více radosti a na tom napsal knížku.
So a small group of his followers in New York, they were ready to follow 4 regulative principles.
malá skupina jeho následovníků v New Yorku byla připravená dodržovat 4 směrnici zásad.
Because even one Indian Swamiji who had gone to West America prior to Prabhupada's,
Jeden indický Swamiji odjel na západ do Ameriky ještě dřív než Prabhupada.
and he had advised Swamiji, Swamiji, I have come here much before you did.
Dával Swamijimu rady. Swamiji, já jsem přijel, tady jsem mnohem dřív než ty.
My advice that you do not do these two things, or ask Americans to do these two things. Don't ask them to do these two things.
Tak já ti radím, abys nechtěl po Američanech, aby dělali 2 věci.
What are those two things?
Give up intoxication.
No. Did you ask that question? What are those two things?
Takže co je to za ty 2 věci?
No, this question is not for him. Prabhupada asked, what are those two things?
Prabhupada se takhle zeptal.
So that person, Indian, some Swami, said, one thing is you should not look like this.
Jedna věc, co mu ten indický Swami říkal, no, neměl bys takhle vypadat.
You should look like me.
Bys vypadat jako já.
When this Swamiji had gone in dhoti, kurta and all that, but then he was wearing now 3-piece suit and a hat
On měl taky původně v
and
dhoti,
stick in the hand.
Ale potom už si vzal oblek ze 3 dílů a klobouk a hůlku do ruky.
So you have to wear normal clothes, Swamiji, I tell you.
Takže říkám ti, Swamiji, musíš se oblíct do normálních šatů.
And what is the number 2 thing?
Wasn't it eating with a fork?
Yeah, don't ask them to be vegetarian.
Druhá věc byla, no nechtěj po nich, aby byli vegetariáni.
You will not find any followers. You will be just wasting your time if you do not follow my advice.
Ale nezískáš žádné následovníky, jenom tady budeš marnit čas, pokud se nebudeš řídit mou radou.
Thank you very much for your advice.
Děkuji mnohokrát za radu.
Prabhupada responded.
Prabhupada odpověděl.
But he said, there's no way. I rather return where I have come from. There's no question of me giving up these clothes and not ask them to become vegetarian. There's no question.
Říkal Prabhupada, to nepřipadá v úvahu, abych se převlékl tady z těch šatů a abych jim neříkal, že mají být vegetariáni, to se radši vrátím, odkud jsem přijel.
So this is how it all started 50 years ago.
Tak to všechno začalo před 50 lety.
And gradually it has spread all over.
Postupně se to rozšířilo všude.
We had one temple in 1966. Now we have 650 temples.
V roce 66 jsme měli jeden chrám a teď máme 650 chrámů.
And what not.
Co dál?
And millions of books distributed and
Miliony rozdaných knih.
and 10,000 festivals held every year by Hare Krishna devotees. 10,000 festivals.
Každý rok pořádají oddaní Hare Krishna 10 000 festivalů.
So this is a year of celebrating glories or victory of ISKCON. Victorious 50 years of ISKCON being celebrated.
Letos je rok oslav 50leté slávy ISKCON.
So there's a lot you could do. ISKCON is getting ready already, kind of 4 months over, only 8 months to go.
4 měsíce z toho roku běhly skoro, ještě zbývá 8 měsíců.
Celebration is not just for one day or 1 week or 1 month. It's 1 year long celebration.
Ta oslava není jenom na jeden den nebo jeden týden, ale trvá celý rok.
So we welcome you all. Thank you for coming back to Krishna.
Vás všechny vítáme a děkujeme, že se vracíte ke Krishnovi.
You are taken to this path of Krishna consciousness.
Jste se vydali touhle cestou vědomí Krishny.
Devotees are happy
Oni jsou šťastní,
when they see other devotees, other souls also turn to Krishna.
když vidí další oddané nebo další duše, které se obracejí ke Krishnovi.
What to do? There's so much ignorance all over the world, the Western world.
V celém světě, zvlášť v západním světě, je tolik nevědomostí.
But Hare Krishna, devotees, those who have become devotees before you became, they are throwing some light or enlightening others and inviting, welcoming to join. Please join, come.
Oddaní, kteří s tím začali dřív než vy, tak se snaží rozdávat tohle pozvání a šli zpátky ke Krishnovi.
Now, this is a new civilization, civilized devotees, Hare Krishna devotees. This is a real civilization.
To je nová civilizace. Oddaní Hare Krishna jsou skutečná civilizace.
Okay, so I will stop here and we could prepare for the documentary.
Takže tady bych skončil, můžeme to připravit na to promítání.
Hmm? What is that? Ah,
This is like
okay.
a table.
Well, they have set up, they could probably